Hi lovers of literature, I hope you are doing fine, staying at home and sanitizing yourself, which is very important. Besides that, what we will be doing is we will be loving literature to the end core. And hence, as promised to you, I have started with another video on the images, symbols, figure of speech, poetic device by Mr. Browning in his poem, The Patriot. So first stanza, if you get into, please have the poem right in front of you, because we are going to scan the poem very intelligently. Excuse my bad voice. So roses, the first line, it was roses, roses all the way. So roses symbolize honor, respect, passion of the people trying to welcome the patriot. Then we have the myrtles, which symbolizes love, purity, generosity, innocence. Myrtles, you have to remember, white flowers, right? That blooms in shrubs. So it symbolizes purity, love, generosity, innocence. Roses symbolize honor, respect, passion, already told. Now path, here you see, in my path symbolizes political career. And then we get into we are still in the first stanza, church spires. Now what does spire symbolize? Symbolic term for strength and hopeful gestures, because why, it is like a peak kind of structure. So it suggests strength. It suggests hopeful gestures. Now we also have the sun. The sun that symbolizes or represents something beyond access, that is unreachable. Because he said that, but give me your sun from yonder skies, isn't it? So the sun symbolizes something that is beyond your access or your unreachable. And we have to remember the air broke into a mist with bells. The chime of the church bells indicate what? Happiness, exuberance. Now also the old walls rocked. The crowd of people creating a din, causing a noisy atmosphere. So noise was as such that as if the walls were shaking. And sun, as I've already said, it's something, the over ambition. So that stands for over ambition. Now we have the windows. What does the window symbolizes? It stands for freedom. Just a palisade view at the window set. Window symbolizes freedom because of palisade view. They just stand and look the other side of the window. They're trying to get through the window to get some freedom, but they're not able to because they're physically incapable. Forehead that bleeds. What does forehead symbolizes? Our fortune, a good luck. But bleeding forehead, you have to remember, symbolizes bad luck. Rope symbolizes restrictions. You are tied, and the rope is tied so hard that he bleeds. He's bleeding. It's confinement. Then we have rain. Rain is a symbol for period of despair, sadness, despair, and trial. So this is what mostly the images that we have. Let's do a quick summary. Roses, honor, respect, passion. Path, political career. Myrtle, innocence, purity, generosity. Spires, peak, strength. Sun, overreaching ambition. Window, freedom. Forehead, fortune. Bleeding forehead, bad luck. Rope, something of power and confinement. Rain is despair and trial. So these are the basic images that we have in the poem. Okay, and now let us get into poetic devices. Poetic devices in the Patriot and also. rhyme scheme we have done already in that video. If you have not seen that video, please go to that video and get into. I have done, I think, 2 videos. Not think, it's 2 videos. It's a part 1, part 2. Part 1 I have till stanza 2, part 2 continues the other stanzas. Please get into that. I'm not dealing with the rhyme scheme, but still I'm just going through A B A B A. It's A B A B A. And the poem is written in iambic pentameter. And now the poetic devices. Pathetic fallacy. I go in the rain. The rain here is symbolic of a number of things. The patriot gets wet by the rain, losing his dignity. He's washed of his dignity. Also, it can be viewed that the rain washes him clean. He's purged from his sins, representing his innocence, that he has not done anything wrong. And the rain also creates a tense atmosphere. So rain, the imagery of rain is very, very important. It's a number of things. First, he loses his dignity. It can be his washing off from sins, and it can also be creating a tense atmosphere. Now there is juxtaposition. What is juxtaposition? The image that is projected in the beginning of the poem is juxtaposed or just in complete opposition with the current scenario. This can be seen where rooftops were swaying with people, right? In the first stanza, that is there. The house roof seemed to heave and sway. The church spires flamed. So that is completely found empty in the 4th stanza. This shows how the patriot went on from becoming loved to be hated. It's like juxtaposition is one of the most important poetic devices in this poem because it talks about the 2 very contrasting opposite sides of the career of the patriot. Now you have alliteration, roses, roses, R, repetition of consonant sounds, motile mixed M, crowd and cries, C, consonants. Dropped down, dead, consonants, D. So alliteration. What is the implication of alliteration in English literature? It's nothing. It does not serve any purpose. It does not serve to the purpose. I mean, not just it's not unpurposeful. Of course it has a purpose. It has a purpose not to add to the substance of the poem, but to the rhyme scheme of the poem, the rhythm of the poem. Then we have metaphor. The uses of roses in the first stanza, and that is done very indirectly. So to symbolize what? People's love and affection towards him. The celebratory attitude of the people and their honoring the patriot has been metamorphosed as roses. Glory, power, immortality have been metamorphosed as sun. Glory, power, immortality. He asks the men for sun as it is the ultimate symbol of power. And this line, and you see my harvest what I reap. This line, the patriot's deeds, very, very important line. Patriot's deeds have been referred to as harvest. And the consequences have been metamorphosed as reaping. What he has harvested is not what he has reaped. We have also personification. The house roof seemed to heave and sway. Of course, it's the inanimate thing. The inanimate thing has been attributed with human qualities. This has been done to refer to the crowd on the roofs. And their frenzy, they're completely mad on seeing the patriot, which is causing them to clamber over each other. They're trying to find space to give an impression of swaying. Now, imagery. The poem begins with an image of the past. So the patriot is being welcomed back to his town with paths laden with roses and myrtles. The use of roses projects what? A positive picture. As to symbolize love. The heaving rooftops are evidence to the fact that the town is very cluttered, crowded. There is no space. There is no harmony. It's chaotic. It's anarchy. They create a contrast between the past and the present. The juxtaposition. The image of the crowded rooftops is juxtaposed with the image of empty rooftops and roads. Now rain acts as a negative agent, I've already told you. It creates a sense of misery and works in changing the mood of the poem. Because rain, it's there. I go in the rain. Why does he go in the rain? As if it's like a judgment day for him. He is left to the hands of the people, the public. They're going to execute him. So that is the implication of rain. It creates a sense of misery, works in changing the mood of the poem. The patriot is walking through the town and is bleeding and in pain. The reference to safety in God's abode ends the poem with an upbeat note of imagery, of positivity and optimism. That is what I told you in the other two videos that we have done on Patriot. So this is what fairly roughly we have dealt with, the figure of speeches, the symbols. I hope it's clear. We have done an in-depth study. If not, please put it up in the comment sections. What more do you want me to do on this Patriot? If you need another video for Patriot, I'm going to do. And remember one thing, we are always going to do a very inclusive class over, of course, Skype. And we are going to deal with more doubts and problems personally. That, of course, we are going to do. Until then, my dear, stay happy, stay safe, sanitize yourself and love literature. And read in between the lines. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.